Today, we are seeing who the best overall player is in the entire league, and we are doing this in a really weird way. As you can see, every other player besides the best player on the team is a 40 overall, except for a few. Some are 42 overall. But anyway, we're going to see who the greatest player is in the league right now, and we have turned off foul outs. Every player is going to play the whole game, so 48 minutes, and we're probably going to see some ridiculous stat lines. And it's gonna be nuts. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like, subscribe, do those, help the channel out. We appreciate it around here. And yeah, we're gonna see what kind of nut statistics we can see, and who will be crowned as the ultimate champion in this video. So stay tuned. All right, so just to give you guys a little glimpse of how crazy this video is gonna be. We just simulated the first game of the season, and there's the Grizzlies against the Rockets. And John Morant dropped 75 points and 72 rebounds. This is actually insane. I don't know. Kevin Durant, how did Alperen Sengun drop 22 points? That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so KD dropped 28 points, 42 rebounds. Still a great game, but man, this just gives you a little glimpse of how nuts this is gonna be this year. And we'll go see individual records. Maybe someone can score more than 100 points in a game. And anyways, let's just simulate a little more. I think the player who's gonna do, honestly, to break 100 is gonna be Shea on the Thunder. So let's go to the first game of the season. No 100 points, but I'm assuming 47 points, 19. Okay, I need these other guys to not shoot as much. I might need to go into their shot tendency, which I didn't really think was something I was going to have to do. But I think we're going to need to turn these tendencies down all the way too on these players. So I'm going to do that for all the players. And that might just take me a while, unfortunately. But we're just going to go through, make everything 0, so that way they're the only ones touching the ball. Yeah, so I'll be right back. And we're back. So that took me at least an hour to just do that. Anyways, so now we've switched everyone to have 0 shot tendency, and so now only the guys have their shot tendency. So now I want to follow the Thunder because I feel like either Wemby. Oh look, perfect! It's against Wemby and Shea. I think one of them will be the first to drop 100 points. Wemby and Yama dropped 66 points and 55 rebounds. 76 points for Shea. Yeah, these are just gonna be some ridiculous averages here. Oh, there we go. 101 points from Shea. That is what we wanted to see. Is that? Oh, Curry's already dropped 119. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna be nuts. This has to be the game where he did it. And John Morant also dropped 84 points in this game too. 119 points on 26 made 3-pointers. Man, this is going to be an insane season. We'll hop over to the that's crazy. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like the games are pretty like regular to a certain extent. Not all of them are, but we'll see you guys in the postseason, and we will take a look at all the season averages, look at the player stats, and we'll just see these ridiculous stat lines. So, all right, everybody. I thought we just pause at the All-Star break here. See how I didn't mean to click that. See how the rosters are doing. Right now, Jokic is 46 wins, 9 losses on the season. Let's see what his stats. He's dropped 110 points this season. Wow, that's incredible. I want to see his season stats right now. He is currently averaging 83 points a game with 60 rebounds. That is actually absurd. That's nuts. This is the type of stuff I live to see in these type of videos. He's also averaging 4 steals and 3 blocks. Anthony Edwards averaging 83 points. And right now, I'm just wanting to see who's dropped the most points so far. It's been Paolo Banchero, and most amount of 43 3-pointers attempted in a game. Curry's made 26. That's the most. 40 free throws made. That's crazy. Gotta start calling Ja Morant, anyways, Ja Gilgeous Alexander is what I was trying to say, but then I totally 110 rebounds from Walker Kessler. That is absurd, with 74 offensive boards. That man is just racking up the rebounds. That's actually absurd. Luka somehow has 13 assists, 11 steals, 11 blocks from Kevin Durant, and what the crap? That's amazing. And let's see who the worst players are so far. So, of course, it's going to be Walker Kessler on the Jazz because he's a center and he doesn't really score. He still dropped 82 points in a game, and he's averaging probably a ton of rebounds. Actually, not as many as I thought, but he's averaging 50 and 50, like 52 points, 58 boards. Let's see on the other side in the East. We've got the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham's averaging 78 points a game. Let's see what his career high is, 110. It seems to be the career high for a lot of players. And over on the other side, the worst is the Chicago Bulls with Kobe White. He's only averaging 59 points. Only, just only 59 points. Nothing crazy. He's dropped 104 points in a game. Just thought we'd stop at the All-Star break and see. We'll sim the rest of the season here, and I don't know. Leave your prediction in the comments. What do you think? Who do you think at the end of the season will drop the most points? So far, it's been Paolo Banchero with 120 points, which is shocking to me because I feel like someone like Wemby or Shea, players who are tall, big, who are gonna have no problem, getting above at the rim. Seeing as they're pretty much scoring every single possession. So, I don't know. I guess I was wrong, though. But I could be proven right. Otherwise, 62-58, that was a really low-scoring game there for the Warriors against the Kings. But yeah, I totally thought that it was going to be a lot more. And it's kind of funny. I just recently was looking at the news, and Shams is making this big about Jokic, or not Jokic, he just came up on the screen, he won MVP, as you can see, you have eyes, you can read, but they're saying Shams, Giannis wants to leave Milwaukee, and every time you hear Giannis talk, he always is making some sort of nudge that he wants to, that he's going to be in Milwaukee, so I don't know why they're making all that rambling about that. I guess there's just nothing to talk about. Anyways, your defensive player of the year is Wemby. He averaged 77 points, 55 boards, 3 steals, about 4 steals and 4 blocks a game. You saw Jokic 83 and 55. It's crazy. Alex Sarr averaged 64 points with 52 rebounds. He had a lot of steals and blocks as well. Jalen Brunson was the clutch player, averaging 72 points. And I'm amazed at the efficiency, but then again, they're not really playing against much competition. And Jokic won 72 games, and Morgan Bell, she looks like she's been partaking of the substances. Anyways, and yeah, your Nuggets just take home all the awards basically. Anyways, your All-NBA first team is Nikola Jokic. We saw a stat line. Luka Doncic, let's see how he did. 117 points. It looks like no one was able to top the 120-point game from Paolo Banchero, nor the 110 rebounds from Walker Kessler. I was really curious about the rebounding stats for some reason, but let's take a look at Luka's averages. He averaged 85 points and 52 rebounds a game. Geez, Giannis, 81 points, 55 boards, 4 blocks, 3 steals. Victor Wembanyama, we saw he went depoy. Zion Williamson averaged 82 points on 45 rebounds on fantastic shooting splits. Not too much from 3, but it's about what he's been doing in his career. Okay, All-NBA second team, Jason Tatum, 78 points on 50 boards a game. I can't believe this is just a normal statistic at this point. 83 points and 40 boards for Anthony Edwards. Shea, 82 points and 32 boards. Cade Cunningham, 79 points and 43 boards.
Joel Embiid, 72 points, 52 boards. And lastly, All-NBA 13, Paolo Banchero, the man who scored 120 points in an NBA game. The new Wilt Chamberlain averaged 74 points and 50 rebounds a game. John Morant, 75 points a game on 44 rebounds. These stat lines are just absurd. LaMelo averaged 70 points and 47 rebounds. Quick little side tangent. I love the Hornets announcer, and I wish that he would just commentate every single sporting event just ever, because he just makes everything unbelievably hyped, and I just can appreciate that as someone who watches sports, and you hear the commentators who just don't really care, especially the local ones. Not even the ESPN ones kind of suck sometimes, I can't lie. Steph Curry, 75 points, 40 rebounds. Donovan, pretty much the same stats. You guys can figure it out. And then Giannis, we saw him. Kawhi, 67 and 40. Jason, we already saw Jason Tatum. Scotty, 61 and 53. And lastly, Anthony Davis, 62 points, 52 boards. I don't know why I put on a freaking accent there. We saw Jokic. Bam. Man, these stats are just insane. So nuts. Anyways, here's the other rookies did, considering they didn't really do anything. Yeah, nothing crazy. Anyways, let's go to the playoffs. We're gonna simulate. I don't know. I don't know if I want to simulate every single game. Let's do it. We want to see content. First up, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against Domantas Sabonis, and it's a tight game as we head into the fourth quarter. About a minute left, 44 seconds left, and Shai finds himself down by 4 to Sacramento, and Domantas Sabonis, get the camera switch, that is not the camera I want though. Do on that one. There we go. Anyways, Chet is inbounding the ball, but we don't really care about that. You know who they're going to give it to. Shai, of course. He's driving, works against all the 40 overalls, and he gives it to Hartenstein, who's defended by Sabonis. I don't think he's going to make that. No, he doesn't. And Shai tries to get the steal, but they call the foul, and that's going to send Keon Ellis to the line, which is basically a gimme, because he's not making these free throws. No. These guys are 40 overall. I would see pigs fly before he makes it. Anyways, Thunder called timeout, and Shai needs to clutch up because, I don't know why he's passing the ball. Your teammates are trash. You would put your team on your back to even get to this point. Even to win any game is an accomplishment. And there we go, little Euro, and makes it a one-possession game. He just needs one good defensive stop here, and he can hopefully tie it up here. Gives a close ending. Keon Ellis with the ball. I'm surprised Shai hasn't even tried to, pick his pocket, and Sabonis get an easy make against Chet there. Domantas Sabonis makes it a 5-point game. And I want to see these stat lines actually right now. 72 points for Shai and 84 for Domantas Sabonis with 51 boards, 27 boards. Somehow Shai has 5 assists, but 5 blocks. He has 12 turnovers. That's insane. I bet the turnover stats are going to be absolutely ridiculous. I wonder how many fouls, because we did turn foul outs off. And actually not as many as I was thinking there was going to be. So that's pretty surprising. Anyways, Chet here inbounding the ball. Of course they're going to be giving it to Shai. See if he makes a quick three-pointer. I mean, dude, you could make that with him in your face, to be honest with you. But he's just going to drive. He's going to take the simple midi. Passes out again. Shai's just wasting all the time in the world. He just wants to, kind of sauce up. He misses. And that's wraps. And Shai is gonna have to play another game in the play-in tournament if he wants to make the playoffs. So Domantas Sabonis is gonna be facing up against Anthony Edwards in the series. I don't know who is next on the chopping block here. I think we play the 2 Western Conference games first. So next we got Devin Booker against Steph Curry. This is gonna be a high-scoring game, I think, as the game is still pretty close like these other games. I'm hoping that all the games are close. And as I say that, Devin Booker pulls away. And Steph Curry has been eliminated. 91 points for Devin Booker, and only 79 points for Steph Curry. And yeah, that'll leave us with. Okay, now we have to. Oh crap! What? I didn't mean to click that. My bad, guys. Anyways, Scotty Barnes knocks out Jalen Brunson. 70 points from Scotty Barnes, and Paolo Banchero knocks out Embiid. 89 points from him. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I thought I clicked cancel so that way we could watch those other games, but that's totally my bad. Anyways, it didn't seem like they were very close in the first place. So, and speaking of not very low, and they just got really close all of a sudden, as we're heading in to the final minute of this game, and Devin Booker is up 5, and we'll hop in. Maybe Shea can pull off some demon magic as we hop into this game. Let's not be controlling nothing. And actually, Shea's on the free throw line, so it's actually going to end up being a 2-point game more than likely. Watch as I, jinx this, because that's how it usually happens. Anyways, he makes the first one, makes the second one. But it'd be interesting because, like I was talking about earlier, with with Giannis wanting to leave with Shams and all the media reporting on Giannis being like, oh, he's gonna leave. I think he's staying with Milwaukee. I honestly think he's gonna be a Milwaukee for lifer, because I feel like he's just that kind of guy. Like he's a loyal guy, and I don't think. I mean, he's gotten his ring with Milwaukee already, but maybe, who knows? Maybe he will leave. But I mean, they did. I still can't believe that they released Damian Lillard. I mean, it makes sense just because they probably want to avoid all the new aprons and things like that, and I don't really completely understand that, to be honest. I'm not going to pretend I do. Anyways, the Thunder need a quick bucket here. Shea pass out to Williams, and yeah, that was not the move. I don't know why he's even passing the ball in that situation, and that is going to give Devin Booker the dub, and he's going to face off against Jokic, and your boy Shea is out. I'm going to go check out the box score again because I want to see how many points. Shea with 82 points and Devin Booker with 88 points. So pretty tight game there. 108 to 100 is the final score. All right. I think, oh crap, I just did it again. I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully this wasn't a close game, though. Oh, it was. My bad, guys. Anyways, 59 points for Paolo Banchero and 69 points, nice, for Jalen Brunson. That's totally my bad, guys. I'm kind of folding right now. Anyways, we're just going to sim through the games here, just kind of play every elimination game. All right, so if we've got 3 series that are up 3-0. I'm not sure which one is first. Cavs at Pacers. Let's see. So Cavs at Pacers is the first one we need to go to here. So this is Donovan Mitchell against Tyrese Halliburton. And currently Donovan is up 3-0, but it looks like we're going to have a close one here to finish, potentially. Yeah, it's a 3-point game with 24 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see if Tyrese can force a game 7, or not game 7. Wow, I am on crack right now. Force a game 5. I know that the players, we got these players like Shea and Tyrese who like to pass a lot, so hopefully he doesn't pass the ball away and folds this game-winning opportunity. Anyways, there's basically a 0.8 difference between the shot clock and game clock, so we'll see if Halliburton holds the ball for the whole possession and goes for he does the step back 3 and he misses. Donovan Mitchell is fouled, and I think that's gonna do it. No, he missed both of the free throws somehow, but that'll do it. 79 points for Tyrese Halliburton and 83 points for Donovan Mitchell, as Donovan Mitchell sweeps Tyrese Halliburton. Wow, can't believe that happened. That's crazy. I was thinking a lot tighter of a series because I don't know. I feel like those players aren't really known for their defense per se. Anyways, let's see what the next game is. It's gonna be the Celtics at Heat. Nope. Spurs at Mavericks. They're up 2-1. Pelicans at Lakers. No, they're up 2-1. Pistons at Raptors. Okay, that's gonna be our next game that we're gonna simcast here since they're up 3-0. Yeah, that's okay. Anyways, let's see here. This is Cade Cunningham against Scotty Barnes, and I would think that Scotty Barnes would do well just because he's You know, he's tall, but it looks like it's not going to happen as Cade blows out Scotty, almost dropping 100 points, 94 points for Cade Cunningham, and 62 points for Scotty Barnes in the loss, which, you know, you hate to see. And last but not least, I think we're going to be simulating this Milwaukee game. This is going to be Giannis against Jalen Brunson, which I feel like Giannis should have under wraps just because, you know, he played defense. And as I say that, Jalen Brunson is able to force a game 5 as they each drop about 70 apiece. 70 and 78 rebounds in a game is just absolutely absurd. I don't know why Giannis is trying to take 12 3-pointers in a game, but hey, it's 2K, man. What do you know? And Anthony Edwards is currently up 3-0 against Domantas Sabonis. And we'll see here if Sabonis can force a game 5, as this is a close finish here as we head into the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes. And he's up by, I think he's got it. Potentially. Yep, up by 6, and that's 7 points. That'll do it. 93 points for Domantas Sabonis, 88 points for Anthony Edwards as he forces the game 5. All right, we'll sim one more game here. Actually, no, I think we've got this San Antonio game against Dallas. Nuggets at Suns. They're up 2-1. And what was the other one? Heat out Celtics. No, they're 2-2. So we'll do this series here. This is Victor Wembanyama against Anthony Davis. This is gonna be an interesting game. I almost said Luka Doncic, but I always forget that that he's on the Lakers now, which is so crazy to me, even though it's been a while since that trade has happened. Anyways, 84 points and 66 boards for Wemby as he takes care of business against Anthony Davis, 54 points and 51 rebounds. And that will send Wemby on to the next round. Let's see up here next. I believe it's going to be the Nuggets, maybe. Let's see, Lakers at Pelicans, no. Knicks at the Bucks. Yes, that's the one that we want to watch. All right, so we're back here in Milwaukee this time. Jalen Brunson trying to force a 3-0 comeback. And we'll see if he can do it. It's a close game here in the third quarter. We'll see if it stays that way here in the fourth, and it is. It is really tight. We'll go 43 seconds. Giannis is only up by 1 point, which, like I said, I'm kind of shocked that these games have been so close because I feel like Jalen Brunson wouldn't be able to. And holy cow, they have a lot of tall players in right now. And then there's just Jalen Brunson. Anyways, the Bucks do have possession of the ball, and yeah, Giannis is probably just gonna feast against this 40 overall big, as I don't even know who's in the game right now. And that easy lay for Giannis. The Knicks call timeout, and Jalen Brunson needs a 3 to tie up the game and to keep his series alive if he wants to go to a game 6. OG Anunoby's going to inbound the ball. Of course, he's going to pass it to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson working against his defender, and he gets the easy step back 2, and it gets to fall. 3-second difference between the shot and game clock as Giannis only has a 1-point lead. See if they can get the inbound steal, and Cat will foul Giannis. 6 fouls, but there's no foul outs. Giannis here with the first free throw and gets to rattle in, makes it a 2-point game. Next free throw for Giannis is up and good. And it's kind of ironic that we were just talking about Giannis, and now here he is. So anyways, wow, what a stat line. 81 points from Giannis. If you see the bottom right, you can just see all the ridiculous stat lines that players are putting up. Anyways, with those 2 made free throws, Jalen Brunson finds himself down by 3 points. Jalen Brunson obviously is going to get the ball here. Cat sets the screen, sets Brunson up for the wide open 3. Was his foot on the line there? I think it was, but he missed the board, or the 3-pointer. Is going to send Giannis to the line. There's a chance that he could miss those free throws, and he gets it to barely fall in there. And I think, that is going to be wraps for Jalen Brunson as the final score, 117 to 112. 95 points and 69 rebounds. That's just, just a very nice stat line there. And 92 points for Jalen Brunson. Jeez, these are the craziest stat lines. I think I'm just going to say that the rest of the video because I was expecting like stat lines like crazy, but not like this crazy. Like that's properly crazy. All right, I think we got, let's see, the Kings at the Timberwolves. Yep, so that's the next game we're going to go here. Anthony Edwards, we'll see if he can get Domantas Sabonis out here in a gentleman's sweep as he goes up big here in the first half, 55-43. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. I don't think there's any, oh my goodness, 106-85 is the final score, 84 points for Anthony Edwards and 67 points. It's a good effort from Domantas Sabonis, but no match for Anthony Edwards, unfortunately. We'll see what the next game we're going to simulate. I believe it's going to be the Celtics game. I want to say it is. Suns at Nuggets. All right. And this is see if Jokic can put the nail in the coffin here against Booker. And yeah, I'm just ready for the season to start again. I know it's still for a while. Like, we got till October. Man, this is not even a close game at all. Jokic is going to take care of business against Devin Booker, 87 points and 70 rebounds. And only 55 points for Devin Booker. Not too much as the Nuggets, and Jokic just absolutely blow the crap out of Devin Booker. Pause. Anyways, and our last game here is the Boston Celtics against Miami. This is, I believe it's going to be Bam, right? Yeah, Bam was the best player on this team. Bam against Jason Tatum, as it looks like Bam is going to force a Game 7 here against Jason Tatum. 75 points for Jason Tatum, but 66 points and 67 rebounds. A lot of team ball here for the Heat here, which is surprising because I turned down all of their tendencies. But hey, whatever, man. That's just 2K for you. All right, 3-2. I forgot we have one more series here in the West. This is Zion against Luka, which, surprisingly close, honestly. I feel like players like Giannis, players like Wemby should be dominating in these, but they find themselves in very close games here as we climb down. 47 seconds left. Luka only finds himself down by 3 on his home court here against Zion Williamson. Like we always do, get the camera switch because this game just can't remember my camera settings for some reason. I always have to go in. Anyways, 40 overall, LeBron James guarding the inbound as Herb Jones throws it over to Kevon Looney. I think that's Kevon Looney. And oh my goodness, Zion is absolutely dunked all over DeAndre Ayton. He's got 70 points if you look there in the bottom right corner. Sheesh. What a dunk. What a dunk. As that propels him up by 5 points, and Luka needs to respond or else his season is pretty much wraps here, I believe, because I think I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that New Orleans is up by 3-2. I was waiting for the thing to switch over. Anyways, Luka working against Jordan Poole, gets the step up midi and gets it to fall in. 35 seconds left on the shot, or on the shot clock. That's not even possible. 35 seconds left on the game clock. Here as Jordan Poole inbounds the ball, takes it to the court, and of course is going to throw it inside to Zion Williamson, who gets the easy lay, and that makes it once again a 5-point cushion and a 2 possession lead for Zion Williamson. And we'll see. I think Luka just needs a 3. They keep taking these easy mid-range shots, but you need to get a good shot in here as Luka is just once again just going to drive. And tough finish, though, against Zion. And they're going to have to start playing the foul game here. We'll see who they foul. It's going to be Jordan Poole. No, it's not. He barely gets the clutch pass over Zion Williamson, which is very clutch because there's no way 40 overall Jordan Poole is going to make a free throw with a 25 rated free throw. But then again, we did see a made free throw earlier, so stranger things have happened. The first one is in by Zion Williamson, and the next one, if he makes this one, yep. And I believe that's going to do it for Luka. Yep, 94-48 is your final score. 67 points in the effort for Luka Doncic, but 74 points from Zion is just going to propel him to the second round. I believe he's playing Luka. He just played Luka. Gosh, my brain is clearly not working, as you can tell. It's too late. Anyways, Jokic and Zion will be facing off. And then you got Anthony Edwards and Wemby. And then you got Cade Cunningham and Donovan Mitchell. And then finally the winner between Scotty Barnes and Bam Adebayo and Jason Tatum will go off to face against Giannis here in a close game. Well, it was close. and I don't think it's close anymore. Yep. The Boston Celtics and Jason Tatum have been eliminated. 51 points and 44 boards for Jason Tatum, and 53 points and 74 rebounds for Bam Adebayo. And there we go. Second round is confirmed. We'll start simming through these games. See, 2-0 on all sides of the bracket here. Find Wemby up 2-0 against, well, now he was, but he wasn't. Anyways, 3-0 lead for Jokic and the Nuggets here against Zion Williamson, which is surprising. I feel like I thought this series would definitely go to Game 7. I mean, I didn't share that earlier, but that's just because I'm awful at sharing my thoughts, because I just like awkward silence instead of, sharing my thoughts. And speaking of awkwardness, Jokic completes a sweep against Zion Williamson, 73 points for Zion in the losing effort, but 90 and 63 for Nikola Jokic. Absolutely absurd. And here we go, 3-1 here on the other side of the bracket for Cade Cunningham. Oh crap, did I accidentally sim a game? No, okay, phew. I thought I just accidentally finished the series off without looking over it, but we're good. Anyways, Cade Cunningham is up 3-1 against Donovan Mitchell here in the close game as we enter the fourth quarter. And let's see here, 59 seconds left, just under a minute. Donovan Mitchell finds himself up by 1 point to try and force the Game 6 against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. We'll see here what the kind of noise Donovan Mitchell can make against Cade. And I love Donovan Mitchell, great player. Love him on the Jazz, very entertaining to watch. But I don't know. I just don't think that Donovan Mitchell can be your number one guy, on a championship contender. Like, I think you need another player who can play defense, who can facilitate the ball. Not saying that Donovan Mitchell can't facilitate the ball well, but I just feel like you just need like a good point guard, which is kind of hard now, especially because Donovan Mitchell's like 6'1", and we're in a league now where guard play, you need to be tall. Like, it's pretty hard like to be successful as a guard now if you're like not 6'4" or taller, because like you got Shea who's like 6'5", you've got like Cade Cunningham and he's like 6'6", I'm pretty sure. Like every like great guard in this league is like super tall. I'm not saying that like Donovan Mitchell can't be successful, but I just think you need another like number one guy that isn't Darius Garland. Like, you need another guy who can, and I think that's why the Cavs just need to build around Evan Mobley. Like, they need to focus on Evan Mobley. Anyways, I've not been commentating at all. Cade Cunningham did make a layup earlier to make it a 2-point game, or a 1-point game. And there we go. Donovan Mitchell with the response, with the 360 layup, I guess. Or not really a 360, more like a half-turn little lay. Anyways, 1-point lead for Donovan Mitchell at 13 seconds left on the game clock here. And we'll see what happens here as it's a Sar. Yeah, Sar Thompson is the one on the Detroit. Anyways, Cade Cunningham I think he's going to blow by a defender here. Going to hold on. 7 seconds left. Gets the easy lay with 5 seconds left. 1-point lead for Cade Cunningham. Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers take a timeout. We're here in Little Caesars Arena for the biggest game of Donovan Mitchell's career, because he just carried this Cavs team all the way there. 3 seconds left. Donovan gets the drive and finishes. 1 second left. 1-point game here. 1.3 seconds left on the clock here for Cade Cunningham as Detroit Pistons call timeout. And Cade Cunningham has the chance, 1.3 seconds, plenty of time on the clock, to send home Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavs. They set the off-ball screen for Cade. He gets a wide open 2 and makes it, drills the game-winning shot, and that'll do it for Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavs. They had a good run, but it's going to end in heartbreak here for Donovan Mitchell as Cade Cunningham gets the game-winning game-winning shot here in the mid-range. 73 points for Cade Cunningham, 72 points for Donovan Mitchell. Wow, what an ending that was. Just trading layups basically, but you know what? We love that kind of stuff around here. Entertaining ball, and that's all we care about here on this channel. Anyways, I think we're going to go to this. Nope, Heat and Bucks first. So, Bam Adebayo finds himself down 3-1 against the Greek Freak here. And Giannis is just taking a demanding lead here in the first half, and I don't think he's going to slow down anytime soon. No, 87-72 is the final score, 71 points, 62 boards, only 49 points for Bam Adebayo. And yeah, that's just not going to do it. 51 points though, or not 51 points, 11 blocks, so the triple-double there for Bam. And our last series here in the semifinals, we've got Anthony Edwards, who's actually up 3-2 against Wemby, which is actually insane because I did not think that this series was even going to be close, to be honest, because you got Wemby, man. And yeah, this game is not even close, as Wemby is going to be taken care of in 6 games. Anthony Edwards, 78 points for Wemby, but 91 for Anthony Edwards. I don't know what's happening, but man, what a showing for Anthony Edwards. And here are your final conference finals matchups. We got Denver and Nikola Jokic against Anthony Edwards, and Milwaukee with Giannis, and Detroit Pistons with Cade Cunningham. As we're going to simulate the first few games here, see if we can get an elimination game here, as Jokic goes up 3-0 against Anthony Edwards. We'll see here if he can get the sweep here. Get your brooms out, right? And oh my goodness, yeah, do get your brooms out. It's not even close here. Jokic is going to absolutely obliterate Anthony Edwards. 84 points for Edwards, a great effort, but 89 and 64 is going to be enough to take Jokic to the NBA Finals. As wow, Cade Cunningham is up 3-1 against the Greek Freak here. And we're going to sim here. It is on the road. Giannis could potentially force the Game 6 here, as it is a close one here as we finish up the third quarter and approaching the end of the fourth quarter here. And it looks like Giannis actually might be able to escape here. Let's see if Cade can make it a close game here. Nope. I think that's going to do it. Oh, dang it. He actually did end up being pretty close there at the end. But 70 points, 51 rebounds, and 83 points from Cade Cunningham. And Game 6 here for Giannis and Cade Cunningham here. I can't remember the names. There's just too many things to say at this point. Anyways, once again, we're heading here into a close game. It looks like Giannis is going to force a Game 7, 80 points and 69 points for Cade Cunningham. Nice. Anyways, I gotta stop making that joke. It's not even funny, bro. Like, what am I doing? Anyways, Game 7 here for Milwaukee and Cade Cunningham. Giannis and Cade Cunningham are in a close game here as we approach the fourth, and 37 seconds left. We are all tied up here in Milwaukee, and we'll see if Giannis can finish off the comeback. I'm pretty sure this is a 3-1 comeback or a 3-0 comeback, I want to say. Anyways, I think it was just 3-1. Either way, Giannis does have possession of the ball here as Kuzma is going to inbound it, and of course they're going to give it to Giannis, I'd hope. Yep. No way. Giannis stepped out of bounds. Oh my goodness. That is a crucial turnover for the Milwaukee Bucks here. Kuzma with a poor inbound pass, but what do you expect from a 40 overall? You know? Anyways, Cade Cunningham driving here, or not driving, dribbling up to the top of the key here and wide open for the midi, and he misses. Man, Giannis gets really lucky there on that possession. That was a wide open look for Cade Cunningham, but he doesn't have the clutch G in him to finish it. And Giannis is just going to waste some clock here as he's working here against, I think that's Jalen Duren, maybe. No, it's Karis LeVert actually. And Giannis gets his own board. Makes it a 2-point game here with 4.9 seconds. That's crazy that he even missed a shot in the first place. Wow. All right. Well, Cade Cunningham has a chance to take a walk-off three-pointer or force overtime, and he's going to take the three, and he drills it. He drills it with 1.9 seconds left on the clock. What a shot from Cade. I wasn't sure if he's going to make it since he kind of missed that deep two, but I feel like 2K doesn't really love the deep twos. Like, they like it when you're, more established. Anyways, Giannis with the game-winning three, and he misses. And Cade Cunningham doesn't blow a 3-1 lead, and a heartbreaking finish for Giannis and the Bucks here. And that's going to send Cade Cunningham to go up against Jokic in the NBA Finals. All right, I don't care to watch this. Let's just Let's just skip through this, please. Please. All right, give me 1 second. We'll be right back. All right, guys, and here's the box score for this Game 7. 78 points for Giannis and 70 points for Cade Cunningham. And look at that go-ahead three. Beautiful. You love to see it. What a great game we just witnessed there. And that'll bring us here to the pinnacle of this video. Jokic, of course, with the conference finals MVP, and Cade Cunningham. You can see the ridiculous stats there. Absolutely insane. And here we go. We're going to simcast every game here for the NBA Finals because it's the NBA Finals, man. This is the biggest point of the video here. Anyways, Cade Cunningham and Jokic find each other here in a tight game here as we approach the fourth. A 2-point game here with 37 seconds left. 88-86 here. And let's just not take control of anybody. You know, we don't want any allegations thrown around that I'm, you know, influencing someone, you know. Anyways. Denver does have possession of the ball, so they do need to stop here. We'll see if the CPU is dumb and maybe they'll take a shot here with like the non-40, like without Jokic. Anyways, they're passing, playing patty cake here around baseline, and they keep, you know, oh wow, they're playing that hot potato offense, man. They just passing around and they don't even want to throw it to Jokic. It looks like Jones is going to pass out to Gordon, and the 40 overall is going to take the three and going to miss it. Cade Cunningham. They got a timeout. They're not going to use it. And Cade Cunningham's working here against Jalen. Wow. And he breaks his ankles. And he's met with... Oh! No! He got his own rebound but wasn't able to finish. Jamal Murray got absolutely sauced there. His ankles were absolutely taken there by Cade Cunningham. But Jokic with the elite defense there to keep... Wow, what a game. What an ending there. 68 points, 64 points for Jokic. And wow, what great defense from Jokic to prevent Cade Cunningham from making the potential game-tying bucket there in Game 1. Game 2 here. We'll see if we can have just an exciting finish there. And I'm curious to see, you know, how well the Nuggets do here. In the actual season. You know, they got Jokic. They just added Bruce Brown again, and he was a pretty essential piece of their puzzle there in Denver when they went on that championship run. Anyways, 98 points here from Jokic, and only gosh, I'm trying to switch the tab there. 64 points from Cade Cunningham, and all of a sudden Cade Cunningham finds himself down 2-0. As we head into a Game 3 onto his home court here, and Jokic has just kept the foot on the gas here as he just keeps up the pressure against Cade, and he's up 3-0, 80 points, only 74 points from Cade Cunningham, and Cade's got to be careful here as he might get swept here by Jokic, and oh my goodness, he just come out to demanding performance here, and it's not even close here as we go into the fourth quarter. And yep, that's going to do it. Jokic is your finals winner, and he has cemented himself here in this simulation as the greatest player in the league. 83 points, 50 boards, and only 63 points from Cade Cunningham. And the Nuggets win the championship, of course. Now we're going to give it to... I'm just kidding. 81 points, 53 boards a game for Nikola Jokic. He wins your finals MVP. That'll do it for the video, guys. We'll take a look here actually just real quick, since I think it'd be pretty entertaining just to see all the crazy NBA records that could get broken here. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got the total points in a game, 120 points from banchero. Also, Tatum also matched the total a little later, like about a month later. And then Curry with a 119, and then Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic each with 117 points. Field goals made in a game was Embiid, 51. Three-pointers, 26 from Curry. Absolutely insane. Free throws made, 40 in a game. That's actually crazy. I thought Shea would have that for sure, but he does have 2 spots on here. So, you know, that tells you all they need to know. And 110 rebounds from Walker Kessler, absolutely smoking everyone else. And he also has the 3, 4, and 5 spots. And Domantas Sabonis here, 93 assists. That's not going to happen. Blocks, maybe. No. I think steals could potentially be on here. Yeah, 11 steals from Shea. Let's see, minutes. I'm sure that's on here. No, that's probably actually no, because I think a lot of games wouldn't really go into overtime or anything like that. 22 turnovers from Joel Embiid. Yeah, that's a crazy amount of turnovers. But then again, they're the only ones, handling the ball. How about in a playoff game? 122. So Jokic does actually end up getting the most points out of everybody here in this video. 122, just barely above Tatum and Banchero's 120. And let's see here. Field goals made 45. Luka made 21 threes in the game. I'm surprised his free throws wasn't top. Donovan Mitchell ended up having the most in the video, 27 in the playoffs at least. 78 rebounds in the playoffs for Giannis. Of course, the assists. 11 blocks from Bam. And steals. Anthony Edwards had 9 in the game. Oh, I thought it was like Tim Hardaway Jr. I was so confused. I was like, what? How did that happen? 18 turnovers from Tyrese. And then in the season, oh yeah, it's just all going to be our play. All going to be all of these guys because they were averaging absolutely ridiculous, even more than Wilt. Yeah, absolutely insane. I'll kind of scroll through these if you want to pause and, look at them if you're really that curious. Blocks, Kevin Durant had about 407 blocks, and Walker Kessler at 344. It's the only one from the video. Steals, actually crazy, absolutely insane, and of course they're all going to have the most minutes here, and of course the turnovers too, because they're all playing a ton. And the points per game, Luka ended up being the one to average the most points per game, 85 per game. And yeah, I think that'll do it. I don't think there's really much to go over here. If you enjoy the video, keep watching. Keep watching my other stuff because, we're going to keep doing stuff like this. Anyways, peace.